If you've ever played a tabletop RPG long enough, you'll probably notice something strange. People don't just play characters, they reveal themselves through them. The quiet player who always ends up as the moral compass. The jokey one who suddenly takes responsibility when things get serious. The person who swears they hate conflict, but keeps rolling characters who stand between danger and everyone else. And what's interesting is that none of this feels forced. It happens naturally, often without anyone realizing it's happening at all. So the question is, why? Why does role-playing something fictional, playful, even silly, so often feel personal, meaningful, or revealing? To answer that, we need a model that explains how we come to know ourselves in groups. And that's where the Johari Window comes in. First up, guys, glad to be back to doing something a bit more serious this week after last week's video was a bit more playful. If you like what I'm doing here, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're just a new channel, I'm building something, and I really hope you're enjoying this because I'm actually having fun for the first time in a long time. So let's get into it right now. The Johari Window is a simple psychological framework that maps self-awareness and relationships. It divides what makes up you into 4 areas. Firstly, there's the open area. This is what you know about yourself and what others can see. Your obvious traits, your usual behavior, the parts of you that they're shared and understood. Secondly, there's the blind spot. These are things others notice about you that you don't. Patterns, habits, strengths or flaws that are visible from the outside but invisible from the inside. Think things that your friends know about you that you don't know about yourself, or that they think about you. You may think you're an absolute idiot and just not great to be around, but your friends may see you as someone that they rely on for organizing things or just to talk to. That's maybe your blind spot. Thirdly is the hidden area. This is what you know about yourself but keep private. Your fears, your insecurities, your needs, desires, things you don't feel safe sharing. Maybe you're someone that's in the closet and you're not out yet, and this is something you don't want to tell people about. That is your hidden area. Or it could be you're thinking of considering a new job, or there's someone you like and you haven't told them. These are all hidden. And finally, there's the unknown area. The parts of you that neither you nor others have discovered yet. Unrealized traits, latent confidence, reactions that only emerge in the right situation. These could be good things or bad things. This could be stuff that, you could be good at something and not know about it, or this could be repressed problems that you haven't dealt with yet. None of this is static. It shifts based on trust, safety, and feedback and experience. That's important to remember. And that's exactly where role-playing games become interesting. At a good table, role-playing creates a unique environment. And I've discussed this in my video 2 weeks ago. I talked about what makes a good table, and 2 weeks before that, I also discussed concepts of why TTRPGs are good for growth of people. So let's discuss why role-playing and Johari go very well together, in my opinion. So, first of all, it's social but buffered by fiction. It's emotional but not autobiographical, and it's risky but rarely irreversible. Think of bowling when you have the barriers up at the lanes. You can practice to your heart's content without risk of a gutter ball. That's not for everyone, but it's a good way to learn. This combination makes it ideal for self-discovery. And let's start with the open area. When you play consistently with a group, which is difficult, patterns emerge. The way you solve problems, the roles you gravitate towards, how you react under pressure. Over time, those traits become shared between everyone. Not because you announce them, but because you've lived them through play. Now the blind spot. This is where it really shines to be part of a group. Other players might notice things you don't. You always protect NPCs. You take charge when plans fall apart. You play reckless characters, but you're actually very careful with others. Or, like me, you're the world's worst cleric. I'm sorry guys, it's true. I'll rather bash heads in than heal. Roleplay turns behaviour into something otherwise observable, without making it confrontational. Then there's the hidden area. Fiction gives you distance. It lets you properly express vulnerability sideways, through character choices and stories rather through direct confessions. A favourite bandmate becomes a character who never leaves the party. A need for control becomes a strategist. Anger gets expressed safety without consequences spilling into life. Nothing has to be explained, nothing has to be justified. And finally, there's the unknown area. This is where the magic really happens. Role-playing lets people try on traits they never embodied before. Confidence, assertiveness, compassion, moral courage. Sometimes players surprise themselves. Two really good examples I've heard of recently. Well, not recently. One at my table. A dear friend of mine, love her dearly, is a bit of a goody two-shoes, but oh my god, has a real thirst for justice. We had a group of bandits who had attacked this town and hurt people, and most people were trying to take them in and arrest them. She was just outright for blood. I was kind of surprised by it. You know who you are, your name begins with an S, and I still love you dearly. And another great example is a colleague of mine was telling me about a friend of theirs who is trans, but did not know it at the time, but in all these games will always play the female character or female anything, and it just came out over time. I'm not going to say many more details because that's not my business, and I have many colleagues, so I'm covered that way. So players may act in ways that they don't expect or even realize they could. This is discovery and not performance. It's quite magical. The real beauty of the Johari Window is you're trying to make the what is known window the biggest while shrinking the other ones. That's the purpose. And when you put this together, something important becomes clear. Role-playing doesn't just reflect who we are, it helps expand what we know about ourselves. But this only works under one condition: psychological safety, which we talk about in our previous videos. If a table mocks vulnerability, players retreat into the hidden areas. If feedback becomes judgmental, blind spots turn into shame. If experimentation is punished, the unknown stays unexplored. Healthy tables do the opposite. Healthy tables protect disclosure. They allow people to be seen without being dissected. They treat character choices as meaningful and not embarrassing. And that's why good tables feel different. They don't just tell stories, they create space for people to grow together without pressure to perform or explain. Role-playing works not because it's just a game, because it's a shared, fictional, safe world. And sometimes the truest parts of ourselves are the ones we discover while pretending to be someone else. Thanks guys for joining me once again, and I really want to stress, The Johari window isn't absolutely perfect, it's just a tool. It's like taking a spatula when you need a hammer. It works for some things, not for everything. Don't know if that's the best example. But I do genuinely believe with role-playing and this tool, you can learn a lot about yourself. But don't push yourself to do things you're not ready for. That's one of the most important things about self-discovery. Don't force it, let it happen naturally. And if you like what I've seen, like I said earlier, please like and subscribe. My name's David, this is the Conqueror Chronicler, and I'll see you all next week.